about, I don't know, a month or so, and then an hour and a half, but you get a win at home. How's it feel?
Yeah, but our last three, I think we're unbeaten at home the last 3 games. I think we beat Columbus, drew against Orlando, and then won today. So our home record has never been in doubt, to be honest. I think we're good here. I thought our first half was a good performance. Apart from the unforced errors, that was the biggest thing tonight in general. And then the second half for 25 minutes was quite attritional watching it, to be honest. We kept turning the ball over, giving it to them back, and they put us under pressure. So, we had to change it at the end. And I thought our subs made a difference tonight when they came on.
What do you think the unforced errors were about?
I don't know. I think the players know how big this week is, or the last 4 games before the League's Cup. 4 of the last 5 were going to be at home, with the exception of Atlanta next week. So they knew how important that was for how we're going to go and finish the season. So, there was a few nerves out there. The delay probably didn't help, but I thought the first half was like a good performance, and then you see Ashley Westwood step on the ball, you see Proof step on the ball, you see Callie give the ball away, and Wilf give the ball away. It just became a catalogue of unforced errors. But when we did build up, when we did get look to go forward, I thought we looked quite good, we looked quite dangerous, and when we had good control of the ball as well. But second half, I thought we rushed it a little bit too much with the ball and turned it over too much.
Ultimately defended the box, though. I mean, had clearances when you really needed them.
Yeah, we did, and that's an important thing to have. That resilience to defend the penalty box, make it difficult for them to score. They've had a couple of shots where the flash past the post, where Callie didn't move too much, and you're a little bit worried from the side. But I think the majority of them shots are outside the box. The ones that we gave away in the first half were the bigger chances, to be honest. But we know we can get miles better than tonight, and tonight was about getting over the line and getting 3 points.
Were you trying to rest Reem tonight?
No, he's come back and he's just been a bit sore. We were looking to start him, but he's been away for 42 days, with the Gold Cup, and had 2 days off in them 42. So it's taken its toll a little bit. He's got a few knocks, and I decided that having a chat with him, we both decided it was the best thing to do, and maybe use him as a sub if we needed him.
I was going to ask you about the unforced nature of those errors and stuff. You've been doing this a long time. When that happens, and as much as it did tonight, does it stop your heart a little bit, or you just been doing this too long?
Oh yeah, probably stops my heart a little bit, yeah. But I'm just like, come on, I know how good these players are, and we've all seen what they can do. So when you see an unforced error like you see, it takes you back a little bit. But listen, the result was massive for us tonight. We needed to get that win to close that gap between us and New York City and start looking upwards.
The only other question, the late substitution of Tim for Jack, was that just to get Tim on the pitch for a little bit, or do you think Jack needed to come off?
No, I thought Jack needed to come off at that time. I'd just seen him start to stretch. There's 5 minutes left. Get the players on to see the game out.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Coach, how big is it to get a clean sheet for the first time in ages, both for the defense's confidence and for Callie's confidence?
It's not ages. Toronto wasn't that long ago, was it?
Well, your wine salesman was getting worried about it.
Yeah. Toronto was only 5 games ago, wasn't it?
That was Bingham, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's still a clean sheet for the team. Yeah. So no, that will do them the world of good. It's important that we kept a clean sheet tonight, and but this stadium's going to be massive for us in the running, and we spoke to the players about that, or I spoke to the players about that, and the supporters make a difference for us, and we want to make it really hard for teams to come here. The first 20-25 minutes of the second half was too easy for them, and we've got to make it harder for them to have as much ball as they had.
The past couple of matches, you've put a lot of confidence in Torman Vargas. Tonight he rewarded you with a really nice shot. What do you have to say about Kerwin's game tonight?
Yeah, I thought it's a great goal and a great finish, but it's the other side of the game that I think you can overlook sometimes. Defensively, I thought he was excellent. We put Bill in at right back today. I wanted Nick coming off the bench. You know, I think we blow up a little bit too easy as a team sometimes, in terms of we get gassed, and it was better to have Nick coming on, so we put Bill there. And we know that Wolf is one of their better players, so we wanted to double up on him a little bit. And I thought Kerwin did that really, really well today. He looks like he's got his confidence back, and he looks like he's playing with some belief, which is really good to see.
I think it was a little unexpected. Usually you haven't taken Zaha out unless he was in card trouble. What was behind that switch and keeping Eden on and Kerwin on?
Well, the fact that we hadn't had much of the ball in the first 20-25 minutes of the second half, and Wilf and Pep are players that can go and create and score goals. But if we haven't got much of the ball, then, and we didn't have it for 20-25 minutes, then get some players on to get some fresh legs. That was the idea behind it, and I felt it worked. We hadn't got the ball into Pep, we hadn't got the ball into Wilf the second half, so it was a decision to try and change the game. If we're going to have to defend, then let's get some fresh legs on.
And then finally for me, how critical was Addy's performance tonight?
Addy was much better today. The pass he played between the lines in the first half was more of what he's about. The way he defended the depth was really good as well. So yeah, a really good performance from him.
Cheers. Congrats.
Cheers. Thank you.
Coach, it seems with Pat being absent for a few weeks now, Eden's confidence has been growing and growing. He's been showing up for the team. So what do you think of his performance over the last few weeks?
A really good performance. He's selfless at times in terms of his running. He's got a really good mentality, good capacity to run in behind. I told him at half time I felt he came short a little bit too much. Let us find you the ball and save some of that energy for later in the game. But his all-round game's getting better and better, and I love when centre forwards are getting on the end of crosses in the 6-yard box to get a goal, and he does that really well.
And also for Pep, another assist, another goal contribution, like delivering everything.
Yeah, I think it was Eden who made the first run in behind from a ball from Westy. And we felt deep runs would hurt them, and then he got involved in the build-up. Wilf plays a really good ball to Pep, who makes the run, and he gets on the end of it. So yeah, really good assist again from Pep, but the run from Eden and the pass from Wilf made it as well. Cheers.
All right, cool. In with Mike.
Being the rising tide lifts all ships, this is a night where you didn't have your best stuff. You come away with a 2-0 clean sheet. How does this help to lift the ship?
Well,
in terms of just the emotion of the...
Yeah, no, it was a big game tonight. We knew that. We knew, before the Orlando game, 4 out of 5 games here where we've been so good, it was going to be big. And we've got another big game now on Wednesday against DC, and we're looking forward to it. That should give us some belief and confidence, and that's really important. Confidence, we know it's really hard to build confidence, but you can lose it very quickly. And we'd had a tough run of games away from home, but that should give us some confidence now.
And you talked about your heart-stopping moments a little while ago. First half, Kalina, the clear that ends up in a turnover, it gets taken off the line. Where's your pulse rate at that point, and what do you say to Cali after that?
Yeah, I mean, you're just hoping that it's not one of them ones where we make a big mistake and they scored again, because a lot of the goals, and I've said in the run of away games, a lot of the games have been really tight, and some we should have won, and we've given goals away like that. But the lads helped him out. That's what teamwork and teammates is about. If somebody makes a mistake, be there to help them out. And I thought, although we made too many unforced errors, we actually did help our teammates out tonight.
What teachable moments, those mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, mistakes they don't usually make. So yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you guys.
Brilliant. Thank you.